you'll be able to see some of her reviews and the whys and the hows. And I think that's a real great benefit. What are your inspiration? What inspires you? What motivates you?
Like people or just things in general?
I think we'll start with people and then we go to
Okay.
things in general.
My mom. My mom is my biggest inspiration.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, she's probably gonna listen. So hi, mom. But my mom is a lawyer, so it's nothing like what I want to do. But she like has told me stories about when she was in law school and was experiencing like maybe some sexism in the workplace, because especially then, like that was mainly not. It was mainly a male run field, but my mom is a lawyer. I don't think I said that.
What kind of lawyer is she?
She does contracts. She works for a company called TerraCycle, and they do like recycling of like products that can't be recycled like normally. But she has kind of done it all. You know, she's such a successful lawyer. She's finally found this company that she's so happy with, but then she's raised me and my sister like amazing young women, and it's just like that's what I want, is like I want to have a family one day. But I also want to successfully have my company. You know, she was a stay-at-home mom, but then she went back to work, so she's been a mom and been working, and she's just so inspiring to me. So that's like personally someone I know who's inspiring to me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. There's this woman who, if you've ever watched Shark Tank, you might have seen her. Her name is Allie Webb.
Sure.
She's the founder of Dry Bar.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a line of hair salons. She's also, for the same reasons, very inspiring to me. She's very successful. You know, she's on Shark Tank, and you have to have a lot of money to be a shark on Shark Tank. So, and the fact that she has a cosmetics company is very inspiring to me. And then I don't know if some people listening might laugh at me, but Paris Hilton is like my hero. Like, I love her. I tell people, they're like, but like, wasn't she a reality TV show person? But like, she's so much more than that now. She's kind of taken that platform a little bit, but now she is an influencer like me. And like, I think she only recently started talking about like the hardships she went through, and she went through a lot of the same struggles that I have. Like she had met, like I have anxiety, and she had something similar, and she was having a lot of just situations that were similar to mine, and she kind of turned it around, and now she has like million-dollar beauty companies. Like she has perfume, makeup, skincare, clothing, and she's an influencer, and now she has a kid and she's happily married. So she kind of does it all, and that's like how I want to be. So
yeah, so I love the dream is possible to have it all.
yeah.
And I love that that's what you're really professing and you're going for, and you will. You can have it all. I can tell you personally you can. And you just have to stay in the game. That's the whole thing. You have to take action. You have to do something. You have to stay in the game. We all make mistakes. I think Paris Hilton made a couple of huge ones.
Yeah.
But I also think she recovered and she kept going. And so you have to really cheer on people who keep going. We all make mistakes. Just some seem bigger and larger than others because they're just a lot more exposed than we are. You know, we don't have everything on the paper.
Yeah, you don't always know what people are going through. Like she was like at some school that like affected her mental health for years, but like there were like smaller scenarios that I read in her book that were just very, very similar to what I went through, like on social media, not on social media, but just experiences that were very similar that she was able to make it through. And it's like, well, I can do that too and use it for good now that she's talking out about it. That's like what I want to do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? When we find that there are other people who had the same journey, you don't feel alone. That's one. Two, you also can inspire because you show that you can get to the other side. That light at the end of the tunnel.
I'd like to write a book, like talking about my experiences with like social media and just like bad relationships I have with people. Not talking about the specific relationships, but how like I want to raise social media awareness because it's really, and not really,
it's rough.
Like, yeah. And I don't know if like, cause I'm an influencer and I do like using social media, but when I was younger, like I've been definitely in some situations that I look back and I'm like, talking to these people was probably not safe. So I want to raise awareness for like other young girls that they don't do the same things I did.
Yeah, so you just don't really know who you're speaking to, right?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
other thing is it is a platform sometimes that can be utilized for bullying.
Hmm.
It's not always used for good. As much as everybody would like to think that it's used for good, it's not always. And you need to do your research. You need to know who you're speaking to. You need to research the products that are on it. Don't just automatically
Hmm.
buy it because it's there, because it's
Hmm.
easy and it's accessible and it looks like it looks like a good thing because
Hmm.
us marketers can do so many
Hmm.
magical things with
Hmm.
words and will really entice you. So just be smart when you're on social media. But it is a beautiful resource and it allows
Hmm.
everybody to have a voice. So if you ever feel like you don't have a voice, you do. It's right there on social media. You can have your voice
And reach out to me. I'll talk to you about it. Like I've had so many. Mine was like, especially if there's any people my age or younger listening, like Snapchat was like the worst thing for me. So that's what I mostly want to talk about because those most like kids have that. But if you need to ever talk about something, like I'll talk about it with you. I'm sure I've had a similar experience.
Yeah, yeah, no, and that's really sage advice, and I appreciate that, Soph, that you're going to, allow people to reach out. Again,
Mhm.
reach out to Soph at How Do You Glow by Soph on Instagram, and so, what are your other hobbies? What are your interests other than blogging? Because I know you got lots of them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm really like I'm into women's rights and stuff. Like my I'm in the honors program, so we have to have like a required minor, but my concentration is gender studies. So I really love learning about that. I love music. I always have. Like I said, I was in an orchestra, but I feel like it's pretty obvious that I love finding new celebrities to be interested in and fangirling. But I love music. I love going to concerts. Um, yeah, my boyfriend is a music producer, so yeah.
You.
Um, yeah, so that's the other thing that I'm really passionate about. I love music. And I also am starting a cheerleading team at my school because that has been something that I've always loved since I was a kid. I've been cheerleading. But I feel like that goes with my entrepreneurship major is that I started a team here.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you are just a natural cheerleader and you're a leader. So I
Hmm.
think that's the important thing. So starting that up does not surprise me at all. So, and I think that's a great thing. What's your boyfriend's name?
Uh, Connor
Connor?
Cruz.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
you can
Connor.
his Instagram is oh man, this is bad that I don't know what it is. I'm gonna find it.
Yours is How to Glow with Soap. I know that. How to Glow by Soap.
It is. It's Connor made it because that's his like producer hashtag. So if you want to follow him, he sells his beats on there.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So
Yeah.
you're like doing shout outs for all different people. We got Emma, we got Mom, we got Connor. We're doing a lot of shout outs. I love it.
Can I shout out one more person?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to shout out my friend Grace who's starting the cheerleading team with me because it's not a one person thing.
That is so cool. So you're
Yeah.
co-creating this together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the best part about doing that?
About co-creating it or about starting the team?
Starting the team. Like, what was your
In
intention of
general.
starting the team?
Sorry, I'm just thinking about how to phrase it. I loved cheering in high school, but there were some experiences that I wanted to change just about like the environment that I had been in, and like I loved it and I wanted to kind of have in many ways a much more welcoming environment. And it's not because of one person, like it's just very hard in a small school when it's a very small team, and in college it's very different. There's more independence. Like I'm running the team right now, we don't have an adult coach. But it's just been great seeing all these new girls learning the skills, and like we had just met them that day and we're all hugging each other like, oh my god, you did such a good job, and like team bonding. It's like a sisterhood. I like to say it's a sorority of cheerleading. The good sorority though, not like a bad one.
Yeah, I hear you on that. There are some out there that are mean girls.
Yeah,
So
I mean there's no sororities at Baruch, but the sisterhood I love. That's my favorite
yeah,
part.
it's a good thing. And what you'll find is that where you're vibrating at, you're going to attract liked people. So if
Mhm.
you're a good human, you're going to attract other great humans, and you're going to just see that there's a symbiotic relationship that goes on. And that's what makes girl power really powerful. Because when we support one another, we're unstoppable. And I think that's something that, I know I've been a supporter of since I've been, fighting the glass ceiling my entire life, and just said, okay, I don't play victim. I just keep moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. I take note of what's going on. We can't change other people, but we can change our response to how people are treating us. And we can also put boundaries up. So, and I think that's the best thing about having a support system with other young women. That system is great, and you're creating your own by creating your cheer squad. So that's great. So, last words in our last minute. Any thoughts to share?
Can I say like one really fast thing? Because I forgot to say someone else who inspires me, which was my gym teacher in high school. I was in like a wellness class. Her name is Mrs. Camarda, and she's also on Instagram. She's also an influencer and like does a lot of beauty things. It's like Dr. Wellfit, so you should follow her too. But she's also a huge inspiration to me. She's such a good friend now. We still talk a lot. She's probably going to listen to this. I was telling her all about it, but she's also a huge inspiration to me because she's also an influencer.
Well, you're a huge inspiration to me and everybody listening.
Thank you. You're a huge inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you. I love everything you're doing. I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. Keep it up. Please come back on the show when you have news or you want to share some more things with our listeners. And thank you all for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. I hope we earned the privilege of your time. Again, I want to thank our guest today, Sophie Blumenthal, our influencer. You can find her in How Do You Glow by Soph on Instagram. Look for our next show next Saturday at 3 p.m. We can be found on all the major platforms, and we would be so grateful if you please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I am Coach Lorianne Casdia. Play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up big. Everyone have a great day. Bye. Thanks, Soph.
Thank you.